So right now we have everything. This is part 2 of the movie data program in there. So we should put up top in here what the actual name of the assignment is, even though this is not an assignment, and where it is, what chapter and page it's on if you're working out of a book in here, or the chapter, and you can see that this is assignment 1 or program 1 from the challenges in there. So what we need now is we need to get to running time. So the issue with the year release and the running time is we're not doing any checks in there, and that's okay for right now. So let's go and create a integer, and we'll do get running time. And again, we'll pass a string so that we can use this function for more than one thing. And we'll go to get our movie data. So now what we need to do is actually write the function. So let's go to get running time. And we will put in our prompt here. And we'll do cout prompt. Notice no end line. And we have to talk about one thing that's very important. And we'll do that as soon as we write this function. So let's go and do, we need a integer call, we'll call it time. Now, I wouldn't call it time because there actually is a time function and things of that. I would call it running time. Another option to do is something that I do often is I'll do L time. The L stands for, it's a local in here. So there are certain things that it's probably best not to use, such as min and max, because there actually are min and max in defined, and it can get confused in there. So let's go and do a cin running time, and then we'll return running time. So that's all we should have to do here. And then we're going to do smovie dot running time equals get running time. And we'll just put how long is the movie, so I don't have to type the same stuff over and over again. Now let's go and do the same thing. Then we're going to make a change in there. And let's see if we have a dilemma. So let's go and run this in here. Then we need to do cout it runs for notice the space before minutes. Okay, so let's go and run one of these and see if we get all of our information. So name of the movie, Top Gun, Steven Spielberg. What year? 2020. And it runs for 119 minutes. And everything runs just fine. So now let's move something and do something different. Let's put in this here, and let's move it in front of what year was the movie in here, and let's see what happens. What is the name of the movie? Top Gun. What year was it released? Who is the director? Oh, wait a minute. What happened? We didn't get a chance to answer who is the director of the movie. Well, that's terrible. So the reason for that is whenever you mix up a CIN and a get line. So let's go look at what we're doing here. We're doing a year released. So now we go to our year release in here. We have a get year released, and in here CIN year. The problem is, remember, in a keyboard buffer, anything that comes after whatever we do with year, including the return character, is going to stay in the buffer. So let me help you understand this maybe a little bit better. Let's run the same program again, and we'll do a little bit different. So we have, what is the name of the movie? Top Gun. And what year was it released? 2019, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So what's going to happen here is our CIN is going to read 2019, everything's peachy keen, and then it's going to hit A. So that's not part of an integer. It's going to put 2019 into the CIN, what integer, whatever we were getting, and it's going to leave A, B, C, D, E, F, G in the keyboard buffer. So then when it goes to the key get line and whatever information we're doing, get line is going to say, oh, wow, we got stuff already there. And it's going to input that. So let's go and see if we actually get A, B, C, D, E, F, G as our director. So who is the director of the movie? How long is the movie? And let's do whatever, 120. And look at this. The director is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, which is exactly what happened. So how do we fix that? So after you do the get line, after you do the CIN, you want to make sure that you're doing a CIN.ignore to get rid of anything. So let's do CIN.ignore. And then what we'll do is we'll put in 100 characters, and that's what I normally put in, or a new line character, whatever comes first. So now let's run this again and see if that fixes the problem. So what is the name of the movie? Top Gun. What year was it released? 2020. Who is the director? Steven. And how long is there? So now everything's fine. So just bear that in mind. Whenever you use a CIN followed by a get line, you always want to do this. So let's go and do the same thing here after running time. Now, you don't have to worry about it when you do a CIN after a CIN. So we're good here. So let's just take a look at everything that we've done so far. We've done, we're printing the movie, we're getting the movie, but now we have a lot of code in main. So how about if we just create a function that prints the movie data? So that's fairly simple. So that's going to be a void because we're not returning anything. We're just printing it. And we'll call it display movie data. Now, what we need to pass here, though, is we need to pass a movie data. So we want movie data. And we're good here. Then we'll create the actual function. And let me go up top here and copy the code. So we'll call it smovie. And I'm going to show you two different things that you can do. And you choose whatever one you like to do. So we need to pass smovie. So let's go and run this exact program now and see if, let's see, I copied this over. We don't need this anymore. So now what we're going to do is display movie data, and we're going to pass S movie. And let's see how this works. What is the name of the movie? Top Gun. Steven Spielberg. Oh, what year was it released? Let's just do 2019. Director Steven Spielberg, and it's 120 minutes long. It does the exact same thing in there. Oh, wait a minute. It was released in 759-186-184. It runs for 327.66 minutes. That's a dilemma in here. So we have to fix that. So let's go back to our thing. And here's the first thing you do in terms of movie data, movie get. So we're printing it here, and we're printing it here again. So let's go to, here is debugging 101. First thing you want to do is put in a system pause to see where the actual issue is. So let's do a system pause. And then we will run it again and see what happens. We want to make sure that we're in movie data, see where the actual issue is happening. So what is the name of the movie? The name of the movie is Top Gun. And what year is it released? 2020. Steven. Even though I spelled Steven wrong. And it's 120 minutes. All right, so we have an issue here. Wow, wait a minute. Something's not right here. Okay, it just doesn't make sense. So I'm going to put this on pause, and then I'm going to see if anybody can figure out what the issue is. So we are back after a brief period, and so I want to show you how to fix things. Again, the first thing I did was I needed to determine, is the problem here, or was the problem in the displaying of the video information or the movie information? So go in here, and I put in a system pause. So let's run it again, and let's see what we get this time. So what is the name of the movie? And it is Top Gun. What year? 2020. Steven Spielberg, and 120 minutes long. And notice that it's not printing anything. That doesn't make any sense. Why is it not printing anything when we told it to print? So let's hit the enter key because it tells us to press any key to continue. And then we have all this weird stuff. That just makes no sense at all. So we know that this is probably overflow, and this is probably overflow because of integers. So let's go and take a look and say, oh, look at this. When we copied and paste, we copied the wrong information. So let's go and copy the right information this time. So I'm going to copy it here, and we should get the same information printed twice. So let's go back and get rid of this because we don't need that. And let's run this again. All right, so we have this one in here is not being nice. Let's click over here and see what we have in here. So why do we have this in here? Movie, identify movie is undefined. So that's because we need an S. And let's see, we're still having this issue here. S movie. All right, so let's run it and see if it goes away. Sometimes this happens. I'm not really sure why this is undefined right now. So it looks like everything is spelled right. So let's run it and see if we get errors. And we are. Okay, there's errors we'd like to continue. No, we do not. We want to, let's see. S movie is on here we go. We need to make this a 1. There we go. That is an issue when you're copying and pasting stuff. You have to have the same data. All right, so the movie title is, so let's go and run this again and see if we're actually going to get valuable information. All right, so now we still have an issue in here. Okay, the movie title is, the director is, it was released in here. So we still have an issue. So we know that we have wrong information. And the answer is very simple, is because, let's see, get movie data in here. So let's go and see in here what we can do to fix this. So let's go and call display movie data. And we need to pass movie 1. And let's try this again. So we still have an issue. So we know that we're having a problem with get movie data. So I'm going to put this on pause, and we're going to talk about this, and we're going to fix it.